Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another feature match commentary of the channel today. So this is going to be another top 16 match from the LCS last weekend, and it's going to be between EP Jude on Zoodiac Eldlich versus Emptiness002 on Dragon Link. And as usual guys, if you do want to go ahead and play in the next LCS, I have linked to the Luxury Gaming social media platforms in the description box below for you guys to check out. But let's get started with this matchup here without any further ado. So it looks like they're just having a quick chat about the room passwords and stuff that were in place for this tournament, but we're going to move here into the game. Looks like Zoodiac Eldlich did win the RPS, and they're going to choose to go first. So the opening hand for Zoodiac Eldlich going first is going to be Barrage, Gamma, Conquistador, Eldlich, and Tenki. This is a pretty interesting hand for sure. It doesn't have like the most ideal Eldlich setup right now. For example, Lord going first isn't the greatest, but there's a fair amount of Zoo cards to kind of help grind through with the engine here. And then the Dragon Link hand going second is going to be Recharger, Tracer, Red MD, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and Nibiru the Primal Being, the Ferocious Dragon with a deadly attack. So this hand's also kind of awkward, because there's not really a ton of the amazing extenders in this deck. For example, the Quick Launch, Chaos Space, Road Guard Dragon, pretty much all the spells. So it'll be interesting to see how this game goes. I don't think either player opened weak, but neither player opened ideal either. So going to start off with a copy of Tenki. That's going to grab a search for Cataroost, which is a cool card. This is the one that negates the targeting of monster effects on your Beast Warrior Xyz with this as material. It's cool to see that like this card of Bunny Blast were traditionally considered bad back when Zoo was like first released, but now it's fine because all they really do is help protect your Dryden turn 1, and then just any Zoo name makes Zeus all the same past turn 1. So we're going to not link off Xyz into Dryden and then pass with the Conquistador set. For turn, the top deck is going to be Black Metal Dragon, which actually is unfortunate because both the targets are in hand to search. Because sometimes you can grab a free card, but can't even do that here. Feels bad. So they're going to start off with a copy of Tracer being normal summoned, and then link into a Striker Dragon. That's going to grab a search for a copy of Boot Sector Launch. And then from here, they're going to banish that for Red MD. And then looks like on summon, Dryden will be activated. That's going to pop the Red MD. And then follow that up with a copy of Boot Sector Launch. Going to use that to summon the Recharger out of hand. And then going to link away into a copy of Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon is going to activate its other effect to pop itself and add back Recharger. And then Recharger effects can bring back the Red MD that was destroyed by Dryden. And since, of course, it wasn't used, we can still use it here. So that's going to bring back the Tracer probably, yeah. And that will facilitate some pretty good plays here. Going to go for Anaconda, actually. So not going for anything like Seal. Instead, choosing to go for Dragoon, which of course we see, obviously, due to the Red Eyes. So Anaconda is going to pay 2,000, sending the materials from the deck and the hand to the grave to summon out Dragoon. And then Dragoon effect is going to pop the Trident, and then they're going to go to battle phase and deal a fair amount of damage, 3,500 this is. And then in main phase 2, they're going to just go ahead and pass. Chooses not to Conquistador the end phase. For turn, the top deck is going to be Nibiru, just a bit too late here. So it looks like Zoodiac Eldlich is going to lead with a copy of Eldlich, pitching the Barrage actually, and that's going to send away the Boot. And then from here, Lord Affecting Graveyard is going to send away Tenki to attempt to summon itself. This is pretty good. You definitely have to answer this because otherwise Eldlich will just attack over Dragoon since it'll be 35. But on the other hand, there's also Gamma right now, which is why Conquistador was not activated last turn. So pretty heads up play, planning very far ahead to actually out the Dragoon here. So yeah, that's going to force out the Dragoon, going to pitch Black Metal, and then going to chain Gamma in response. So very, very good. Pretty well played here from Zoodiac Eldlich. So out comes Golden Lord, and this actually just takes care of the whole board here. So we're going to enter battle phase immediately, and then just attack over everything and deal a fair amount of damage as well. And then in main phase 2, going to go ahead and synchro summon a copy of Omega, and then Omega effect will activate. That's going to banish the Nibiru out of hand, and that was the 4th summon, so Nibiru is not live here. And then they're going to pass on this. For turn, we're going to see a top deck Phalanx. Very interesting, which means that they are on the Dragoonity Divine Lance as an additional target for Romulus. And that's a card, or that's a package we haven't really seen in quite some time, not since the September 2020 format, when the one card combo was all the rage to end on the big board. So yeah, pretty cool to see this as kind of a piece in the deck. I do want to see if this comes up. But they're going to normal summon the Phalanx. Well, I say it comes up as in, like, I want to see the Divine Lance resolve, not the hard-drawn Phalanx into a normal summon into a Conquistador pop. And that's going to be the end of game 1 here. So pretty interesting back and forth, I would say, even though the game wasn't particularly long. I think there was a fair amount of interaction. Again, neither player opened, like, amazingly well. Just good enough to kind of have some good enough back and forth. So cool to see that. But we're going to move into game 2 here, where it looks like Dragon Link is going to start things off. If you guys are enjoying this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new here and want to see more commentary similar to this style. But the opening hand for Dragon Link going first this time around is going to be Quick Launch, Divine Lance, Chaos Space, Order, and Black Metal Dragon. So this hand has some of the extenders and the power cards that I was mentioning that were missing last time, so very good. Hard drawing the Divine Lance is unfortunate, but I would assume that they still play Ravine as a target for Romulus as well. So maybe we can see some avenues there to make value out of this Divine Lance. And yeah, this hand definitely looks good enough to combo. The opening hand for Zoodiac Eldlich, going second rather, is going to be Triple Tactics Talent, Scarlet, Curse Eldwin, Gamma, and Tenki. So opening really powerful cards if they were to go first, especially. Gamma is good going second, and has the tactics in here as a good answer to Dragoon, which we saw in game 1. But half this hand is going to just be shut down by this very fun floodgate. So they're going to normal summon the Black Metal Dragon and then link that away for a copy of Striker, and then trigger both the effects. That's going to grab Red MD off Black Metal Dragon, and then Striker Dragon's going to search for Boot. And then from here, they're going to Chaos Space away the Red MD, so probably going to bring it back later with something like Pisty, and then going to search for Wyver Burster off of that. Going to banish the Black Metal Dragon to summon a copy of Wyver Burster and then link those away for the Romulus. So definitely playing the Ravine here for sure. Triggering both the effects. Going to grab Collapse Serpent off the Wyver Burster and Ravine off of the Romulus. And then from here, they're going to banish the Wyver Burster for the Collapse Serpent and then activate Chaos Space to put back the Wyver Burster to get a draw. It's a copy of Nibiru, which is not bad. And then going to go ahead and link away the Collapse Serpent into a copy of LP. And then Collapse Serpent, of course, to add back the Wyver Burster. And then going to activate the Divine Lance, that's going to equip the Phalanx from deck and then Phalanx effect to special summon itself. And then link that away for Striker Dragon. And then LP effect is going to be met with Gamma. So that is pretty decent, but there is a quick launch to kind of help alleviate that. Plus, again, they can Pisty back the Red MD for just more value. So going to activate the quick launch here. That's going to summon out Tracer from deck. And then going to link away the Tracer for a copy of Pisty. And then Pisty is going to activate. That's going to target the Red MD to bring it back. And the Red MD effect is going to bring back the Tracer. And then from here, going to link away into a copy of Hieratic Seal. And then going to link away those two into a copy of Verite Anaconda. Going to, looks like, activate Ravine, but then just immediately pop it for the Tracer to summon out Recharger. And then link those, synchro those off into a copy of Savage. Savage is going to equip the Romulus, and then, Verite Anaconda. I don't know why I said Ravine there. Verite Anaconda is going to go ahead and summon out Dragoon. And then going to pop Gamma only, let the driver get banished, and then set order and pass. So this is 3 interruptions with a Floodgate that shuts down most of this hand. Going to be hard to beat. Still gets banished. Yeah, going to draw another copy of Triple Tactics, and that is definitely not good here. So they're going to go to main phase 1, going to activate Curse Eldwin, pay 800, Chain Imperial Order, and that is going to be the end of game 2. Yep. Yeah, not much to say there. It's Imperial Order. So going to move on into game number 3 here, where it looks like the Zoodiac Eldlich player is going to start things off again. And before we get started in game 3, just want to shout out my patrons as usual. So thank you so much for supporting the channel. Really does mean a lot to me. I definitely appreciate it. The long-form and consistent content is made possible thanks to you guys. And if you do want to help support the channel via the Patreon as well, feel free to check it out in the description box below. But we're going to carry on to game 3 here, where the opening hand for Zoodiac Eldlich going first is going to be Tenki, Judgment, Golden Lord, Skullmeister, and Ash. So again, kind of lacking on the Eldlich department, of course, but this hand will be enough to probably survive. And then the opening hand for Dragon Link going second is going to be Red MD, Tracer, Chaos Space, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and Black Metal Dragon. Wow, they literally drew both of the targets alongside Black Metal 2 games in this match. That is so sad. But yeah, the hand's like alright, but no go second cards. Gonna go and activate Tenki for a copy of Ram this time around. And then normal summon Ram, go into Hammer Kong, and then Tiger Mortar, and then Dryden. And then gonna set Solemn Judgment, and then pass. For turn, we can see a top decked another Black Metal Dragon. That is not good here. So going to go to main phase, activate Chaos Space, pitching Black Metal. That's going to be met with Ash. And then they're going to normal summon Tracer. And then that's going to get Judgmented, actually. And just like that, that is going to be a pass from Dragon Link, I'm pretty sure. Yep. For turn, we're going to say a top decked anti-spell. So again, not really drawing into Eldritch stuff, which would be great here, but not a big deal either. Going to go ahead and attack for 500 with the Trident, and then make a Zeus, and then pass. We can see another top deck Tracer. It's going to be really hard to kind of play against the Zeus now, because the hand is just super lackluster. Going to normal summon the Black Metal Dragon, and then going to use the Zeus here on summon, predictably. You said K on summon. Okay for the summon, thinking after. Interesting. All right, gonna activate Black Metal and then Chain Meister. Oh, can I add Red Ice cards? So I guess you can add Fusion off of that. Yeah, fair enough. I was like, were there more targets? But yeah, I guess like the plan was to just try and get Red Ice Fusion to hand for like follow up later. But we're gonna see a copy of Curse Eldon drawn for turn, and that's gonna be activated. So there's the Eldritch engine that was missing. Pay 100 to grab a copy of Conquistador, and then gonna go ahead and activate Lord Effect. That's gonna send away Anti-Spell, send away Curse Eldland, and then that's going to allow Eldland to trigger for Walkero. And then Lord Effect, that's going to summon back the Golden Lord, and then go Battle Phase, attack for 65, so not quite game just yet. And then main phase 2, going to second Conquistador. End phase, going to activate Walkero for Scarlet. Yeah, going to be hard to play against, you know, Conquistador plus Zeus with how weak that hand is. We're going to see a top deck Boot Sector launch. Wow, that is just not what was needed here. I mean, it is an extender at this point in time, but yeah, it's just not going to be enough to push through this board. Main phase 1, going to normal summon Tracer. That's actually going to resolve, so going to link that away for a copy of Striker Dragon, and then banish that for Red MD. I imagine you can Conquistador here, so I can Conquistador, and that's going to pop the Red MD. Chaos Space is going to put back the Strikers, so we got one more crack at trying to draw something impactful. It's a copy of Ash, that is not going to do it. So we're going to see an activation of Boot Sector launch, use the effect to chain the Zeus, and that is definitely going to be it for sure. Going to pass, and then draws Ash return, and then battle phase, attack for game. So that is going to be Zoodiac Eldlich taking it 2-1 against Dragonlink. Very, very fascinating for sure. Yeah, not much to say there. I think that game kind of played itself, at least especially in game 3, because the Dragonlink hand was definitely not strong. But yeah, Zoodiac Eldlich moving on into top 8 here. So that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like as well as any thoughts or feedback in the comments. Subscribe for more informative and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you want to, you can follow me on all social media platforms or support me with the link in the description as usual. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.